What if I told you that the secret to becoming genuinely wealthy has nothing to do with earning more, hustling harder, or finding the next hot investment? What if the real answer is something almost nobody talks about, and it looks completely backwards on the surface? Here it is. Looking poor might be the most powerful financial decision you ever make. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to see money completely differently. Let's start with something that should feel deeply uncomfortable. Bank of America's internal data shows that nearly a quarter of American households are living paycheck to paycheck right now. At the same time, luxury car sales are breaking records. Designer brands are exploding. People are posting their outfits, their vacations, their restaurant meals, all while drowning in financial stress. We are performing wealth while quietly going broke. And here's the thing nobody wants to admit. That performance is costing you everything. So let's break down exactly why choosing to look unremarkable might be the smartest, most counterintuitive move you can make. The first reason is that a modest lifestyle dramatically simplifies your financial reality. And I don't mean in a small way, I mean in a life-changing, freedom-creating way. Think about what a luxury car actually costs you. Yes, there's the payment, but then there's the premium insurance, the dealer-only maintenance, the premium fuel, and the depreciation that hits harder than anything else. A $60,000 SUV can easily consume $90,000 over 5 years once you factor all of that in. Now imagine putting that same money into an index fund. Historically, that doubles roughly every decade. One decision, wildly different outcomes. This is what researchers call lifestyle inflation, and it's one of the most dangerous traps in personal finance. Every raise you get gets immediately swallowed by a nicer apartment, a fancier car lease, or a pile of subscriptions you forgot about. Your income goes up, but your savings barely move. There's even a name for the psychological mechanism driving this. It's called the Diderot effect, named after an 18th century philosopher who received a beautiful robe as a gift and then spent himself into debt, replacing everything in his home to match it. Sound familiar? You upgrade your phone and suddenly your laptop looks embarrassing. You lease a new car and your apartment feels inadequate. Your brain is constantly recalibrating what normal looks like, and everything below that line starts feeling like failure. Here's the truth. Financial freedom is not about how much you earn. It's about how little you actually need. When your monthly expenses are $3,000 instead of $8,000, you gain something priceless: options. You can take career risks. You can walk away from toxic workplaces. You can negotiate from a position of actual strength rather than desperation. That's financial runway, and a low burn rate extends it almost indefinitely. Research on actual millionaires backs this up completely. Thomas Stanley's work found that most millionaires drive used cars and spend modest amounts on clothes. They have optimized for wealth accumulation over wealth signaling. They're not performing success for strangers, they're building real security. The second reason looking poor makes you rich is brutally simple. It is dramatically cheaper to not look rich. And in a world engineered to extract money from you, that matters more than ever. The American economy runs on consumption. Around 70% of GDP comes from people buying things, which means entire industries, entire departments of behavioral scientists exist solely to manufacture desire in your brain. Your phone works perfectly fine, but the new model has a marginally better camera. Subscription services are even sneakier. Streaming platforms, fitness apps, software subscriptions, each one is maybe $10 or $15 a month, but collectively they drain hundreds out of your account every single month without you consciously noticing. Over 60% of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency without going into debt. The median household has less than $5,000 in savings. Credit card balances are at historic highs, with interest rates exceeding 20% on average. We've completely confused income with actual wealth. Someone pulling in $150,000 a year but spending $145,000 is functionally broke, one layoff away from collapse. Here's the math that should light a fire under you. The average American spends around $200 monthly on non-essential purchases: coffee runs, impulse buys, convenience spending. Redirect just that amount into an index fund earning 8% annually, and you're looking at nearly $118,000 in 20 years. Bump that to $500 a month, and you're over $295,000. Every single dollar is a choice between a fleeting moment and a future that belongs entirely to you. The third reason is about the people in your life, and this one hits differently. The people around you shape your financial behavior more than almost any other factor. Economists actually have a term for it: spending contagion. When your social circle upgrades their lifestyle, you feel the pull to match them. Friend groups develop unspoken spending norms. If everyone's splitting $200 dinner tabs and booking 5-star group trips, staying modest starts feeling like social failure. Nobody wants to be the person who can't afford it. So people finance experiences they don't even want just to protect relationships that might not actually survive honest financial conversations anyway. But here's what happens when you stop performing wealth. The people who were only there for the performance quietly disappear, and what's left are relationships built on something real, something that doesn't require constant financial performance to maintain. Financial honesty is actually a filter. It shows you exactly who is genuinely in your corner. And there's a safety angle here too. Visible wealth creates targets. Fraud, scams, and manipulation thrive around people who broadcast affluence. The wealthiest families have understood this intuitively for generations. They stay quiet. They stay unremarkable. That privacy isn't just preference, it's protection. The fourth reason is that spending less trains you to actually enjoy what you already have. Psychologists have studied lottery winners for decades. The findings are strikingly consistent. Within months of their windfall, their happiness returns to their pre-win baseline. Your brain adapts to new circumstances with remarkable speed. The dopamine hit from a new purchase fades quickly. Then you're chasing the next upgrade to recreate that feeling, and the cycle never ends. Research on life satisfaction reveals something that genuinely surprises most people. Gratitude correlates with happiness far more than income does, especially once you're past a comfortable baseline. Once your basic needs are covered, more money produces surprisingly small gains in well-being. What actually matters is your psychological relationship with what you already have. A scarcity mindset, always measuring what you're missing, creates perpetual dissatisfaction no matter how much you accumulate. A sufficiency mindset, genuinely recognizing enough, is something marketing absolutely cannot touch. Experiences consistently produce more lasting satisfaction than possessions. Memories, relationships, skills, these compound. Possessions provide a temporary buzz and then become invisible background furniture in your life. Most spending isn't really about the thing being bought, it's emotional regulation. Boredom, stress, insecurity, all expressing themselves through a purchase. Recognizing that pattern gives you your power back. The fifth and final reason ties everything together. A modest lifestyle dramatically reduces how much money you actually need to retire, and that changes the entire game. Here's the math. There's a principle called the 4% rule. It says you can safely withdraw 4% of your portfolio annually without ever running out of money. So if you need $40,000 a year to live comfortably, you need $1 million invested. Need $100,000 a year? That's $2.5 million. Your spending baseline directly determines your number. Every permanent expense you add pushes that target further away. Lifestyle creep is not just wasteful, it literally delays the day you become free. The FIRE movement, which stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early, has proven that ordinary Americans can stop needing a paycheck in their 30s and 40s, not by earning extraordinary incomes, by keeping their lifestyle intentionally lean while aggressively saving. A 50% savings rate on a $70,000 salary beats a 10% savings rate on $200,000 every single time. Americans are currently carrying over $1 trillion in credit card debt at interest rates over 20%. That's not just expensive, that's wealth moving in the wrong direction. Every dollar going towards credit card interest is a dollar that could be compounding for you, working in your favor instead of being handed to a financial institution. Financial independence does not mean you stop working. It means work becomes a choice rather than a requirement. It means you work because you find purpose in it, not because the bills are due. Time ownership is the ultimate asset, and a modest lifestyle is the fastest path towards it. So here's the bottom line. Looking poor is not a sacrifice, it's a strategy. Real wealth does not announce itself. It sits quietly in index funds, growing year after year, while the spectacle of fake prosperity slowly collapses under the weight of debt and stress and performances for people who honestly don't care. Stop wishing you could have more time and freedom and take action to make it happen. This is what my friend Chris from Money Ripples tells clients to do all the time. His mission is to make 1,000 people financially free by 2030. To help him achieve this goal, he created a group coaching system and course called the Wealth Accelerator Academy. The tools and lessons you learn about passive investing and how to vet deals are invaluable to helping you live the life you want. Want to learn more? Check out the course by clicking down the link below. If this video opened your eyes to what's possible, subscribe, because your financial freedom story starts right here on this